So you're thinking about moving to Laguna Niguel, California. And you may be wondering, because Laguna Niguel, it's kind of an interesting city because depending on where you are, it's very different, especially if you're in, North Laguna Niguel versus South Laguna Niguel, totally different experience. So what we're going to do in this video is we are going to get out the map. We're going to talk about what is different about the different neighborhoods in Laguna Niguel, the different parts of Laguna Niguel. We're going to go over things you're going to like, and we're going to go over things you're going to hate. So you're going to be able to eliminate. Gone, right? Get it out. You eliminate some certain parts of Laguna Niguel that you don't have to waste your time looking for a house in that. So that's what we're going to do right now. So stay tuned.
What's up, everybody? I'm Dezahd.
And I'm Dezahd, and we're with Keller Williams Realty right here in Orange County, California. And if this is your first time to the channel, don't forget to press on subscribe because we talk all about what it's like to live in Orange County.
We just talk a lot.
We do talk a lot.
But it's about Orange County.
It's about Orange County. And we talk about bad things as well as good things. So we try to make it real because, Orange County isn't for everybody. So you may not want to come here. But anyways, don't forget to press subscribe and don't forget to press the bell so that you're notified every time that we upload a new video because we upload new videos every week.
Yeah, and if you're watching this and you're probably thinking, wow, Sean, I love Orange County. I just love the weather. I just want to move out there now, but I don't know what to do because I'm totally out of the area. And I totally get that. That's why you want to reach out to us. And that way we can be your eyes and ears on the ground. So what you want to do is you want to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email.
Or you can reach out to us via WhatsApp. However you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back.
So Courtney, where are we?
We are in Orange County.
Oh, nice.
In Southern California.
Nice.
There we go.
So here we are in Orange County, and we're going to check out this beautiful city called Laguna Niguel.
Yes, it is a very beautiful city. Now that you mentioned that it is beautiful, I will say one thing about Laguna Niguel. So my aunt lives in Northern California in Santa Rosa, and she does not particularly like Southern California. She says it's too hot and also too ugly. But she said if there's any city that she would live in Southern California, it's Laguna Niguel because it is very beautiful.
Well, yeah, I mean, like when you have ocean frontage like that.
Whoa.
I have no idea why that's so weird. It's not Emerald Bay or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know why that is showing.
Yeah, it's very odd. Like that's crystal clear. Yeah, that's not Laguna Niguel at all. So Laguna Niguel is landlocked. We do not have.
Yes, but somehow the media refers to it as a coastal city.
And it's close.
It is close. In certain parts of it, you can definitely smell the ocean and see the ocean. You can get ocean views in Laguna Niguel.
Yes.
But there is no beachfront property in Laguna Niguel.
No. It's because, you just have this thing called land in between the coast and the border of Laguna Niguel. So basically, just so you know kind of where we are in proximity, let's kind of go back here. So basically, Laguna Niguel within Orange County itself is a South Orange County city.
Yeah, so South County.
Yes, so South County.
Yeah.
And so we're, again, as far as little, points of interest, as far as landmarks go, basically you're, again, you're a little bit of a, not too far. I mean, honestly, like, it's not too much of a drive. I guess depending on where in Laguna Niguel you are to get to Irvine and everything like that.
To get the Irvine spectrum. Not to Irvine Center, but like to the center.
Irvine proper?
Irvine proper, yeah. But to get to the spectrum, depending on where you are. So if you're in the southern part of Laguna Niguel,
it's going to be a little bit of a drive.
Yeah, just because there's really no freeway that you're that close to.
Although like Crown Valley Parkway or Niguel Road, these are pretty big arteries, but at the same time, it's, again, not...
You've got some distance to travel.
Yes. Yeah, so basically, as far as like to the south of you, and like so on the coastal side, pretty much, Laguna Niguel is kind of bordered by Laguna Beach to straight up to the west, right? Mm-hmm. And then Dana Point more or less to the south, and then San Juan Capistrano to the east.
Yeah, and Dana Point and Laguna Beach are both beach cities.
Yes, and Dana Point has this place called Monarch Beach. It's like kind of a subset of
there's
Dana
Monarch
Point.
Beach.
Yeah, so basically just south of there is like basically Monarch Beach. So Monarch Beach is part of Dana Point.
Yeah.
Really cool area, but again, it's kind of what separates a lot of Laguna Niguel from the actual coastline. But some of these properties in Laguna Niguel, like you're a stone's throw away when you're in South Laguna Niguel from like the beach itself. Like, I mean, it's pretty narrow right here.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yes, I mean, like I said,
And then
there's
especially when you have that.
like I said, there are homes that you can get beachfront views.
Yes.
Not beachfront, excuse me.
Ocean views.
Ocean views.
Yes. And actually, honestly, let's be real. You know, 'cause you come to us for being real, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was a fire
Mm-hmm.
in Laguna Niguel not like a few months ago, and we got calls from a bunch of people saying, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Because we were, we were quote unquote near the fires, but really weren't. We didn't even actually feel the fires at all. But at the same time, because Laguna Niguel, again, decent sized landmass here, and so the fires took place was like right around here, right?
Yeah,
like
so in the canyon, Elisa Woods
It might have even
Canyon.
been here. I'm not even
Yes,
sure. Like,
I think it was there.
yeah. So basically, you had a little bit of a fire that happened, and basically, okay, just because there's a fire doesn't mean that this whole area is like condemned to be like burned up or whatever. Basically, what happened was if you're on the canyon front, you got to be aware that there's a higher likelihood of fire danger, just because, again, it's wilderness, right? So it is possible. And so just be aware that, again, if you're going to be there, it's higher likelihood of fire. But again, there were structures lost here. So it happened so fast. There's only a couple, I think 200 acres that were burned. But if the fire happens right beneath where homes are literally on like that front line, I mean, as amazing as these firefighters are, things can happen. Yeah. And unfortunately, some homes did burn down, like in notably like a $10 million listing that was right on the canyon, had beautiful ocean views, was a huge house. It burned down. It was obviously very unfortunate, but it, again, is extremely rare, but it can happen.
Yeah, for sure.
So as far as, okay, so if we're going to go back, so we did our little bit about that. How do you want to like attack this? Because Laguna Niguel, again, is a tale of kind of two halves, right? You kind of have, kind of north-ish Laguna Niguel here, and then south Laguna Niguel.
So it's kind of like the North Laguna Niguel is kind of like the Laguna Niguel near the lake. If you want to just go to Laguna Niguel Lake, or you can click on it. Yeah. So I would say, I mean, it's the reason why people might want to live there as opposed to South Laguna Niguel is it is much more centrally located. It's much closer to the freeways. Definitely, you're not getting like beach living there though.
Yes, it definitely gets warmer in the summers. You are going to be having your air conditioning going realistically in the summer. So just be aware of that, and be aware that in Orange County, some of these, like a lot of Laguna Niguel, like all of Orange County, is built 70s, 80s, 90s, so basically some of them still have the pre-existing air conditioners and infrastructure there. So or systems there. So basically just be aware that, you might want to consider making sure that air conditioner is tuned up, or outright replacing it, because the older they are, the more inefficient they are. So if you have a good sized house, that could certainly be a drain, and it'd be a cost on your electric bill, basically.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you're like us, we just suffer. We suffer through the heat as much as we can, because that's just how we roll, because we're former cross country runners, so we're used to suffering. So, but most people prefer to have their air conditioning on for a large portion of the summer if you are living in North Laguna Niguel.
Yes. Now, okay, so Laguna Niguel Park and Laguna Niguel Lake very well.
Yes.
So tell us about this, because you've done so many runs along those.
Yes. Well, it's it's quite small, but it's a very popular little recreation area. The trail around the lake, if you go, all the way around the park, it's probably only about 3 miles. Actually, I know for a fact that it is, because sometimes when Elisa Woods, so if you talk about where Elisa Woods is, sometimes when we get rain, so here's Elisa Woods, sometimes they'll close it off because they say it's too muddy and you can't go in. So then if that happens, then I will be running around Laguna Niguel Lake several times for my long run, and it's about 3 miles.
And Elisa Woods, just is not in Laguna Niguel. It's right there.
Yes.
But it is not technically in Laguna Niguel, although it is a fantastic, like very popular place. Like this is where you have a lot of hiking, mountain bike riding, and running.
Go back, like scoot out. It's a quite large wilderness area. Oh yeah, so basically, I don't know if you want to just like circle it. Oh, so there's Soka University, which is in Aliso Viejo.
What we could do is it might be a little more dramatic with.
Oh yeah, so this green part right here, you want to just show them with the, yeah, so this green part right here, that is all Aliso Woods. And it's even up in here, like Top of the World, that's part of Aliso Woods. Top of the World is technically Laguna Beach. So technically you can hike from
Aliso
Viejo / Laguna Niguel, literally on the border, to Laguna Beach. It's not too far, actually.
Yeah, we used to go actually, when we used to go to East Europe, we actually used to go run on runs here. And
Yeah.
20 had one on runs not too long ago. Actually,
yeah, it's a beautiful hike because you can see the ocean. It's a very popular recreation area. The lake as well as Aliso Woods, definitely more north Laguna Niguel because then you're dealing with, it's not the ocean, right? You're dealing with canyons. You're dealing with a man-made lake. I mean, this is Orange County suburbia.
Yeah, and you're not boating on this lake. You
Yeah.
can fish.
You can fish.
You're not swimming on this lake either. So this is kind of more for observational purposes for the most part.
Yeah, and some of the more popular communities around here. So there's Kite Hill. You want to go back to the regular layer. So there's Kite Hill. That's a popular subdivision right by the lake. There's homes that have views of the lake. And then there's also Rancho Niguel, which is on the other side.
And so in Kite Hill, just, these are homes are built, again, 1970s, 1980s, good size homes, I would say, in general.
Yeah, for sure.
So they can go 2,000-ish square feet, or probably about more like 2,500 square feet to 4,000, ish square feet. And you guys have a decent amount of land. Kite Hill also does have a lot of association amenities, which is cool. So they have tennis courts, pools, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and then on the other side of the lake is Rancho Niguel. So like where Rancho Niguel Road is, all those homes.
Well, yeah. So Rancho Niguel, if I'm drawing this out, it's kind of like, well, not even actually here technically. It's kind of like.
Yeah.
That kind of.
Kind of, yeah. That's kind of what it is.
Sort of,
yeah. But yeah, that's another very popular subdivision.
Built in 1990s.
Yeah, very good amenities.
Yeah, they have the club.
They have the club. It's right next to Bergeson Elementary School, which is a popular elementary school because it has a Mandarin immersion program, which actually, so I did see you want to click on Capistrano Valley High School. That technically is in Mission Viejo, but...
It's all part of the Capistrano Unified School District.
Yeah, it's all part of the Capistrano Unified School District. Very highly ranked if you look on niche.com. Also, the immersion programs, so the language immersion programs within the Capistrano District. So whether you're in the Mandarin program or a few of the Spanish programs, I think there's like 5 or 6 in the district. They all feed into Capistrano Valley High School. So it's a popular high school for that reason, as well as, it's just, highly ranked high school, whether you're doing, language immersion or not.
Yeah, and why people would like to, again, like you're kind of alluding to earlier, North Laguna Niguel, what people like about it is its proximity, right? So it's very convenient to get to.
Yes.
So you have...
Well, I wouldn't say very convenient. I'd say if you're living...
Pretty convenient.
It's convenient. But if you're living in Laguna Niguel, which I love, I love Laguna Niguel. It's such a beautiful city, so peaceful, but definitely much more convenient North Laguna Niguel than South Laguna Niguel, for sure. And
then so you have the 5 freeway, which is one of the major freeways in Southern California. This will actually, in fact, take you all the way to Canada, basically.
Yes.
So the 5 freeway, and then you also have the 73 freeway, which is a toll road. So these are right there. And so it's just, again, if you're not remote working and you need to be in a location and you drive frequently, that's where North Laguna Niguel is pretty popular.
For sure.
And another thing that makes North Laguna Niguel popular is the fact that you got most of the shopping, the major shopping hubs are here. So you have not one, but 2 Costcos. Yeah. Costco 1 and Costco 2. Yes. So you have 2 Costcos, you have Walmart, you have Whole Foods, you have Sprouts, you have Target. You have a bunch of stuff that's really close by here. That's very convenient. Again, South Laguna Niguel, you can almost picture, I can see why they would call it a coastal city because it does have, coastal cities are known for having the most convenient shopping access and all that stuff. And I would say that rings true.
Yeah.
Where it's just a little bit less convenient. Whereas North Laguna Niguel, again, it's super convenient. And all these little roads here too are these are pretty major arteries. These are 8-lane roads, a lot of these. So these are pretty solid roads right here that get you, out.
Well, yeah, even Moulton Parkway if the
And
freeways
also
are
Golden Lantern,
well,
actually,
Moulton Parkway, if the freeways are really bad, you can go up Moulton Parkway and get into pretty deep into Orange County. So a lot of people may, if there's a major accident or something, that's a way to avoid it.
Yeah,
that's one of the nice things.
Some of this,
Yeah, that's one of the nice things about South County is because they have these major thoroughfares. So if there is major traffic,
you have alternate routes.
You have alternate routes for sure. And then you want to see like Aliso Niguel High School. That's in Aliso Viejo. If you want to click, you go back. So here's Aliso Niguel High School. That's in Aliso Viejo. Again, it's another highly ranked. I mean, you can check the rankings yourself, but another highly ranked high school in Orange County. So that's just another. One of the reasons that people like South County is because it has many highly ranked schools.
Yes, like Laguna Niguel, we also have some other options too, as far as communities as well. You have Rolling Hills Estates. Mm-hmm. You have a ton of different.
Yeah, there's so many different little communities. Yeah, little subdivisions. Laguna Niguel is very master planned communities. It's not, it's not like say Costa Mesa or parts of Newport Beach where all of the homes are different and eclectic. It's very like tract homes.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously you do like Laguna Niguel does have some more expensive stuff, like especially the ones that have views and everything like that, where they can be as high as like $50 million, like as far as what they're asking. What they're gonna get, I don't know, but so they can be on the pricier side. It's just that you have just a pretty broad range here.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna go. There's obviously a ton of different neighborhoods. We can go into more depth, and if that's something that you're interested in, obviously reach out to us so we can kind of give you the ins and outs of some of these other neighborhoods, of course. Oh, we probably should talk about the downtown, the quote-unquote downtown part
downtown
of Laguna Niguel.
Yeah. So that's where, obviously, City Hall is. And then there's always, stories in the newspaper about how it's going to be, a real downtown with high-rises, all these other plans and all this stuff that's happening. They've been saying that for like 20 years, so who knows what's really going to happen. But yeah, so that's kind of like the quote downtown of Laguna Niguel.
And they do have a pretty fantastic restaurant there.
Well, they do have China Moon.
Yes.
China Moon is there, which is fantastic. We love China Moon. And then they also have Ballpark Pizza, which if you're looking for, a cheaper option.
And a sushi place there too.
Yes, they do have a sushi place there. Yeah, so you can get some pretty good eating just right there. And there's lots of soccer fields, Laguna Niguel Family YMCA, that is tons of soccer played there all the time.
This is just south of Laguna Niguel Lake.
Yes, yeah, so lots of soccer on Saturdays. Yeah, so if you do, have a child that you want to put in soccer, you might find yourself there. So.
And this is not the only YMCA. In fact, that Bergeson actually.
There's lots of YMCA.
Yeah, so
most of the elementary schools have YMCAs.
Yeah, and
on campus.
Yeah, and we should bring that because a lot of people may not realize that too, which is nice. So obviously, given the hours that kids to go to school, there is after-school programs in pretty much all of these elementary schools and stuff like that, where at least you can kind of coordinate. If your work ends at 5 or whatever that might be, you can kind of have them be taken care of, and they can be it's literally on campus. They don't have to go somewhere else.
Yeah, for sure. So now we're going to be showing you a few of the communities in South Laguna Niguel.
Yeah, so we're going to take Moulton Parkway, which turns into Golden Lantern. This connects you up pretty much all the way to Pacific Coast Highway in Dana Point. And then
or you can do Niguel Road. That's another way to get.
One. Yeah. Yes. Now that'll take you to like more Monarch Beach kind of area.
Yeah.
And then basically, or Crown Valley. Crown Valley will also take you to Monarch Beach. And Crown Valley, this is pretty cool too. Like this, like Crown. I guess we'll go with like Golden Lantern, right? The reason being is that there's a really cool, like if you're looking for a little more space and you got the budget to do so, Bear Brand Ranch is pretty awesome, actually. These are mansions, for lack of a better term. So these are like on large, these are like large homes and expensive homes.
Yes.
with views and all that other stuff.
Yeah. Yes. How many homes are in there? Is it like 100?
Yeah, it's not many.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's very, again, it's very nice.
Yeah, I mean, there's some, what are the highest in terms of like asking price?
Like 50, like about 50 million.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and they are like custom estates.
Yes. Very large, very, very large.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's, And then obviously and then it's guard gated and all that stuff. So if that's important to you, and then basically, and again, depending on what you're looking for, Laguna Niguel does have guard gated properties or communities, as well as obviously not. So it just kind of depends. So if that's important for you, reach out to us, let us know, so we can kind of help you kind of, navigate that whole situation.
Yeah, and then since we're close to Beacon Hill is it's another, I would definitely, when you're in this part of Laguna Niguel, you can definitely smell the ocean. And depending on where you are, you can see the ocean. Beacon Hill is super cute. I love the way that they built the homes there. I don't know how to describe it. It's like I don't know how to describe the architecture, but almost like high-end beach cottage. I don't know how to describe it. But very cute, super popular neighborhood. Definitely on the more expensive side for Laguna Niguel, for sure.
Yeah, and then the Sea Watch community is also, again, it's a mix of things. It's not just houses. So there are, like condos, like / townhomes there too. And so again, this is all, again, the weather changes pretty dramatically because you're just so close to the coast, and you're just kind of smelling that salt air,
feeling the sea breeze.
Yeah. Actually, in fact, there's some homes that are built in this general area that don't even have, again, they don't even have air conditioning. Not to say they don't need it sometimes, because sometimes you do get a heat wave, but that kind of obviously, like going into North Laguna Niguel, you couldn't imagine not having air conditioning.
You for sure need, even if you're us who suffer through it all.
Yeah, sometimes.
For nighttime, you need that air conditioning. You can't sleep.
Yeah. So basically, but in South Laguna Niguel, it actually does, again, it feels like a beach. It feels like a beach city in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and in many of these communities in South Laguna Niguel, you actually are zoned for schools that are in Dana Point, because Dana Point is, again, part of the Capistrano Unified School District. That just shows you that it really is like a beach city in this part of Laguna Niguel. You actually are zoned for like a beach school.
Yes, exactly. And then again, there's a bunch of like gated communities sprinkled throughout this area. San Marin, well, San Marin's not gated, but like, again, that's another one that's kind of on the way.
Yeah, it's like right on the border of Dana Point.
Niguel Shores is another one. So you have a bunch of communities right here.
Yeah.
And again, really, again, it's just you're getting that beachy kind of feel in a lot of ways.
So here we are. We're still in, the south part of Laguna Niguel, and then we've just clicked on top of the world, Laguna Niguel, just to show you that there is quite a bit of Laguna Niguel that has a lot of canyon views. But as Sean was mentioning before, if you're right on the canyon, that definitely does give you more fire danger. I mean, that's just the reality of it.
Yes.
But yeah, much of Laguna Niguel, you do have these homes that are sort of like lining. Nice. Oh yeah, that is a nice view. Lining the canyons. And I love this particular canyon. It's so, Southern California beauty, right? Like we were actually just in Santa Rosa, which is in Northern California. And man, that is, if you just talk about the general landscape, it's so much more beautiful than the Southern California.
Oh yeah, they just have the lush forests.
Yeah, like the redwood trees and all this. Obviously our beaches are a billion times better than theirs, but yeah, it's just, when you're talking about objectively speaking, our canyons, it's really just...
Well, if you have the ocean in the backdrop, I think.
Yeah, for sure. But just because, I grew up in Southern California, right? So to me, the Southern California landscape, it's beautiful, but I think that's because it's mixed with like nostalgia, right?
Sure. No, I hear you.
I think a lot of people who don't grow up here, they look at the canyons and they're like, what? Like, you think this is beautiful? But yeah. So that's it. That's our video.
Yeah, and remember, we are licensed realtors in the state of California. So as much as we love to make these videos, what we love more to do is to help you with your real estate needs. So whether you're looking to buy or sell a house, what you want to do is you want to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email.
Or you can reach out to us via WhatsApp. However you want to get a hold of us, we've got your back.